Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Tuesday, August 10th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you're somebody that uses technical analysis within your decision-making process, or maybe you're just new and want to learn more about charts, how they work and how they can be used to make good decisions, then this will be a video for you. Also on that note, just keep in the back of your mind that as I go through the video and the content, if you're liking what you see and you can see the practical power of using technical analysis, then I want to personally invite you to a live class that I'm offering this Wednesday online. So if you're interested in getting signed up, if you're watching on YouTube, down in the description box, there's a link. If you're watching at claytrader.com, then somewhere on the screen there'll be a place that you can sign up for it. So like I said, just keep in the back of your mind, if you're liking what you see, you want to learn more about charts, how they should be used, how they shouldn't be used to build consistency, then like I said, get signed up for the class. First one here, ticker symbol AMC, and overall, a good, solid, healthy day. Did nothing wrong as far as the bigger picture is concerned, and I say that because I understand if you're a day trader and you bought right there and your plan was to buy and sell within 10 minutes, well then yeah, from that perspective, now all of a sudden the chart's looking pretty bad for you. But assuming you care about more than just one 30-minute session, which I should note, each one of these candlesticks represents 30 minutes worth of time, so I'm what's known as the 30-minute time frame. But like I said, assuming you care more about 30 minutes, then overall, you have these lows that just keep getting higher and higher, and that's what you want to see. So really moving forward, there's two main levels that I think a lot of people are going to be watching. The first level from the resistance side of things, and this should sound familiar if you've watched any of my past top 10 videos, but it's all about that pink line up there, the 200 period moving average. A lot of history around that area. That's currently valued at 36.50. And then from the support side of things, key level to continue to watch, going to be the little brother of the 200 period moving average, the 50 period moving average, that purple line, currently valued at, we'll call it $32.25. So maybe there's going to be some sort of sideways channel here that forms where the price just, kind of bounces, back and forth between these two areas. That all remains to be seen. Like I said, from just a general technical point of view, those are going to be the two main levels that I think matter the most. So we'll see how it continues to play out relative to those areas as the week plays out. Next one here, ticker symbol WORX, and a big turnaround. I mean, last time I was looking at this, I was planning on talking about while this thing is breaking out, how high is it going to go, how much momentum is going to show up, and now since then, all of a sudden, things have really turned themselves around. So you definitely have some people that bought the breakout that are feeling pain right now. However, on the flip side of things, it does bring up a potential opportunity to those people that maybe like to play pullbacks. And the pullback area that, while nothing is guaranteed, an area to watch very closely is going to be that former breakout area right down there around 350. And this is just based on a good old-fashioned rule and technical analysis, which states when levels of resistance are broken. So this was an area of resistance last week. They tend to act as support. So again, while nothing's guaranteed, it's at least it's at least a rational thought to have that, if this price comes down to 350, could find some support and then potentially, get a move back to the upside. Because from the grand scheme of things, everything is still in an uptrend. You still have, when you look at the lows, these lows keep getting higher and higher. So, but again, like AMC, it's a matter of perspective. Those people that bought right there, that were wanting to buy and sell pretty quickly, well, they are now feeling a whole lot of pain. But overall, the trend is still upwards. Yeah, this is a big pullback. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. However, it is still occurring within an overall uptrend. So we'll see if 350 can come into play on Tuesday or Wednesday. And if it does, can it hold as support? We'll see how it all plays out. Next one here, ticker symbol BTBT, a good friend here of the top 10 list. I've lost track of how many days in a row it's been on the list. But this one finally decided to show up and be human today and actually did pull back quite a bit. But there's a theme right now of, well, how do you view this chart? Well, it truly does depend. Those people buying the breakout up there that wanted to buy and sell pretty quickly, well, they are now experiencing pain because there has been a deeper pullback. But as I just talked about, is the pullback occurring within an overall uptrend? Well, let me squeeze this down. And yeah, absolutely, this whole entire pullback is occurring within an overall uptrend. So this is not the first time the price has pulled back. There is a pullback, there is a pullback, there is a pullback, there is a pullback. And you'll notice that all these pullbacks ultimately did recover. Now, let me be very clear. Just because it's pulling back here, does that mean that for sure guaranteed it will recover? No, there are no guarantees. However, is it at least a plausible? Is it at least a rational thought to think that, yeah, I think that it could recover? Absolutely it is. It's happened several times before. So as charts as a practical tool, are they perfect? No, nothing is perfect. But do they help you make good, rational decisions? Absolutely. And here is a perfect example of that. So sure, it's pulled back. Great. Sure, many times before it's bounced from these pullbacks. So it doesn't mean that it will happen, but it's at least, like I said, a logical thought process to go through. And right down there around $15, very interesting level of support as a potential pullback area. And then as far as areas of resistance are concerned, main level to watch if there is any sort of, attempt to move back to the upside, going to be right up there around 1950. Next one here, ticker symbol ANY. And as you're noticing with the theme, a whole lot of pullbacks this afternoon. Nice looking charts, and then these pullbacks have really shown up within the last hour of the day. So, and I was going to say, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but that's because I am repeating myself. But a lot of these setups are taking the same form, meaning these pullbacks are occurring within overall uptrends. So, for those people that do like to buy pullbacks, well, you have yet another opportunity here where if this thing can pull back some more and get down to right around that gap close location of $5, while it doesn't guarantee anything, it does certainly present a very interesting area where it's at least a plausible thought process to have that the price could come down there, close that gap, behave a little bit, build sideways, and then potentially start to turn itself back around. So $5 is going to be that pullback point. And then for people that are wanting to see some sort of turnaround, if there is a turnaround, that key level of resistance now going to be right up there around $6.15. But yeah, kind of a broken record at this point in terms of pullbacks within overall uptrends. So it's just a question of, will this pullback continue down to $5 and can it consolidate around that area? Only the next couple of days will tell, so we'll see how it happens. Next one here, ticker symbol SOS, and a very nice pattern on this one. So let's just get it drawn up. The first part of the pattern is the resistance area right there. You can see that downtrending trend line did present a problem, but at the same time have a nice area of support that was established today right down there around $3.20. And then if I just finish off the pattern here, I'll draw this area such as that. Then I'll just finish off the pattern with the same color there. So right there, and then if I put in a golf hole down here for you golfers out there to make it more visual, this would be known as a bull pennant pattern. So SOS, bull pennant pattern on the 30-minute time frame is really the best way to summarize it. So really just going forward, it's a question of who's ultimately going to win out with the pattern. Are the bears going to win out by coming down to the support portion and breaking the downside, or are the bulls going to show back up and make a move back and get the breakout to the upside of the pattern? That all remains to be seen. But, that doesn't take away from the fact of going into Tuesday, there's a bullish pattern that's formed, so we'll see how it plays out. Next one here, ticker symbol RGBP, and we are down in the world penny stocks. Did this one previously, and the uptrend continues, so certainly updates need to be made. Going to go ahead and get rid of that line from the previous video as it served its purpose for now. But the first update comes about based on that rule that I've already stated a couple of times already, that when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, they tend to act as support. So the ideal level of support moving forward now going to be at 0.0255. I say ideal because it's not like if the price falls below that level, now that means that the entire chart's destroyed or ruined or anything. But yeah, if the price could manage to stay above that level, that would be a great sign of power. But really from the grand scheme of it all, as long as the price stays above the purple line there, the moving average, so in other words, as that time goes by, that line is going to move itself higher and higher. So as long as the price stays above that purple line, then from an overarching standpoint, the trend is still plenty bullish, and that's what matters most. So again, sure, staying above that green line would be best case scenario, but even if it doesn't, as long as the price stays above the purple line, you still got to give the advantage to the bulls. And then as far as areas of resistance are concerned, nothing fancy or complicated here. Several times today, the price got right up there around 0.029. So 0.029 will be public enemy number one moving forward. But all in all, from the bigger picture point of view, the uptrend is continuing, higher highs and higher lows, and that's the name of the game. Next one here, ticker symbol AMD, and the pullback on this one continues. So I'm very curious now, how is the price going to continue to behave relative to that trend line right there? So in my mind, if the price can get a break of that trend line, I'm not saying that's going to necessarily send it all the way back up here to, the $1.23-ish area where it was at these highs. But could that create a nice little breakout and a nice little, pop back to the upside? I think that's possible, but that requires it first to just get back up to that red line and then get the push up through it. But it's also become very apparent, just via the visualization of that trend line, that there's some selling pressure that's finally shown up, which isn't shocking, right? This thing has made a huge move, so to now see sellers and profit takers, show up, not shocking to see. But in terms of answering the question, well, how can you tell when the selling pressure is starting to alleviate itself? Again, that's where that trend line there comes into play. As far as next levels of potential support are concerned, keep an eye on that former breakout point right there at the 107 mark, and then after 107. Next key level down there right around the 104 mark. So keep an eye on these areas. But yeah, no doubt about it, the selling pressure remains. It's just a question of when is the selling pressure going to start to alleviate. And like I've said, watch that trend line, and that'll be a good clue into helping answer that question. Next one here, ticker symbol SNDL. Very nice move on a very popular stock. And, not yesterday, but last week, price came to life very nicely there and then ultimately did pull back. But the key here was on that pullback, you can see the lowest it went was right there. So in other words, it did still yet put in a higher low. So you have these higher lows continue to build themselves. So moving forward, just a question of can this continue? And as long as the price continues to put in those higher lows, that's certainly a good step in the right direction in terms of, bullishness But it also, once again brings into play this area of resistance right up here around the 84-cent mark, which is basically right where the price hit today. And if you go back through the history of things, you can see 84 cents on several occasions now has really presented a problem. So I'm not saying it can't break through it, but according to the past history of the chart, the price really is going to need to bring its A game to not only get up to that level, not only push through the level, but also be able to stay up above it. So 84 cents, certainly public enemy number one moving forward. And then if the price can push up through there, next main level up there at the 88-cent mark. But no doubt about it, very impressive way to start the week, not only with the price action, but, good, respectable volume. So the big question moving forward is, can the price get the break of 84 cents? Let's see what happens. Next one here, ticker symbol LMNL, and really like the pattern on this one. Some very well-defined areas, and well-defined areas are a good thing because by no means am I trying to sit here and proclaim that these lines that I'm about to draw are a great discovery on my part, that I have some sort of special talent. The exact opposite. I assure you, people around the world that use charts, understand charts, have drawn these same lines. And I say all that because when a lot of people are watching the same levels and wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some very dynamic movements. And the first level here that a whole bunch of people have drawn, and rightfully so, is right up there at, let's call it $3.90. You can see just a huge track record of this area, generally speaking, presenting problems. So it's, while nothing's guaranteed, more than valid, more than rational to think that if the price can come up to this area and get the break up through it, that break in and of itself could very well create quite a bit of upwards buying pressure. Again, not guaranteed to happen, but certainly a more than valid thought process to have. And then as far as areas of support, you can see that the price has come down to this area several times around $3.50 and held strong. So from a pattern perspective, really the best way to look at this, if I draw that like there, and if I draw this and this right there, that would be known as a bull flag pattern. So like I said, if you want to impress your friends, just let them know that LMNL on the 30-minute time frame has a bull flag pattern, and they will be very, very impressed. So that'll be the main levels to watch moving forward. But from the breakout standpoint, it's all about, can the price get the break up through 390? We'll see how it all plays out. And that wraps up the top 10 list. And again, just want to personally invite you, if you did like what you heard as I went through the content and you want to learn more about charts and technical analysis as a tool, how they should be used, how they should not be used, why they work, and why they're a great tool to build consistency, then the class is being offered this Wednesday, August 11th at 7 p.m. Just remember Eastern time there, but it's all online, so you can, like I said, get signed up for it, and we'll learn and talk about all about charts and, just help you, give you a good reference point on, like I said, how charts should be used, how they shouldn't be used, and how they're a great, great tool to build that consistency. And then as far as this top 10 video format is concerned, if you do enjoy this structure, if you want to make more videos like this, then please communicate that to me. Let me know that it's worth the time and effort, and you can do that very easily. Just hit the like button, leave a basic comment, even if it's just saying hi. But hitting the like button, leaving a basic comment, like I said, communicates to me that these videos are worth the time and effort to put together. And as long as I know that people are enjoying them, and it's worth my time and effort, then I have no problem doing them moving forward. So like I said, communicate that to me by doing those two simple things. And again, if you want to get signed up for the class, learn more about technical analysis, I hope to see you this Wednesday. But everybody take care. Hopefully you all got off to a great start to the week.